हेलो गाइस, दिस इज सिग्मा इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ एक्सीलेंस और आज हम कर रहे हैं इकोनॉमिक्स का पेपर नंबर 2 गाला का। तो हमने पिछली वीडियो में सेक्शन ए, बी और सी बना लिया था, तो हम डायरेक्ट सेक्शन नंबर डी से स्टार्ट करेंगे। तो हमारा पहला क्वेश्चन है, स्टेट द इम्पोर्टेंस ऑफ डायग्राम एंड ग्राफ इन इकोनॉमिक्स। तो आ जाते हैं इसके आंसर पर। द इम्पोर्टेंस ऑफ डायग्राम एंड ग्राफ इन इकोनॉमिक्स आर एज फॉलो। First, the study of difficult and complicated study of economics is made easier and less confusing by using diagram and graph. Second, trends of certain economic activities over various years can be known through a single diagram or a graph. Third, change in various sectors of the economy can be easily understood. Fourth, with saving of time and efforts, the change occurs in various sectors of the economy can be presented and explained clearly through a diagram or a graph. Fifth, a comparison can be easily made for some economic parameters between group, region, sector as well as time period. Sixth, certain difficult principles of economics can be easily represented and understood with the help of diagram and graph. For example, expansion and contraction of demand and supply, trends of economic activity, etc. can be clarified and explained easily by means of diagram or a graph. तो आते हैं क्वेश्चन नंबर 48 पर। Explain in short about physical quality of life index as an indicator of economic development. Physical quality of life as an indicator. Improvement in physical quality of life means improvement in standard of living is called economic development. First, physical quality of human life depend upon the standard of consumption of different items and services. Hence, this consumption standards or living standard determines the physical quality of life. In physical quality of life, the following are includes. The list of goods are goods and services. First, food, medicine and health services, housing, clothing, education and entertainment, transportation and communication service, energy, pure drinking water, average life expectancy, infant mortality rate और drainage facility. ये 10 एस्पेक्ट्स हैं जो इंक्लूड होते हैं फिजिकल क्वालिटी ऑफ लाइफ में. इफ there is an improvement in this 10 aspects, then it can be said that there is an improvement in physical quality of human life, and it is said that there is an economic development of a country. PQLI, the development of a country should be such that the standard of living of people has been raised by primary needs of the citizen of a country are satisfied. Considering this, David Morris has present physical quality of life. There are 3 factors to measure the physical quality of life. First, extent of education. Literacy level of the country determines situation of education. The percentage of population educated out of the total population is called extent of education. Increase in this shows rise in welfare of an individual. Also, it indicates human efficiency. Thus, extent of education is a very important indicator of physical quality of life. Second, life expectancy. Number of year a child is expected to live at the time of birth is called life expectancy. Increase in life expectancy is a mirror of social environment as well, also the reflection of good medical services. Third, infant mortality rate. The number of infant who dies out of 1,000 before completing their first year is called infant mortality rate. It is a reflection of a social status and welfare. If it falls, it can be said that there is an improvement in health and care services. PQLI is the average object obtained by given equal weight of 100 to grades about the 3 aspects of the basic of their performance between 0 to 100. Thus, PQLI is equals to grades of extent of education plus grades of life expectancy plus grades of infant mortality rate divided by 100 multiply by 100. Divide by 3 and multiply by 100. The value of PQLI is between 0 to 100. It's the maximum value is 100. Higher the PQLI, more is the development, and PQLI is less, closer to 0, lower to the development. PQLI is a better indicator of economic development as compared to the per capita income. PQLI can be used to compare the economic development of status within the two countries or two different states. If a country's PQLI is high, it can be generalized that the economic development is high as against other countries. After 2003, other more aspects were included to prepare PQLI at world level. तो ये हमारा PQLI का आंसर खत्म हो गया है. अब हम आते हैं क्वेश्चन नंबर 49 पर. क्वेश्चन नंबर 49 हमारा है एक्सप्लेन डिटर्मिनेंट्स ऑफ ह्यूमन डेवलपमेंट इंडेक्स. अब हमें बात करनी है HDI मीन्स ह्यूमन डेवलपमेंट इंडेक्स के बारे में. तो ह्यूमन डेवलपमेंट इंडेक्स के मेनली 3 डिटर्मिनेंट्स हैं जो कि यहाँ पे लिखे नहीं गए हैं, बट आप लिख लीजिएगा. सबसे पहला डिटर्मिनेंट है लाइफ एक्सपेक्टेंसी. द लाइफ ऑफ अ पर्सन इज कंसर्न्ड विथ हेल्थ कंडीशन. फॉर मेजरिंग द कंडीशन ऑफ हेल्थ, life expectancy at the time of birth of a child is taken into consideration. If life expectancy is less than 50 years, the country is said to be deficient in health. Higher the life expectancy, better is the condition of health of the country. In 2014, the average life expectancy in India was 68 years, which indicates social progress of the country. Second is knowledge, means education. To know the quantum of knowledge, adult literacy in person is calculated. People in the age group of 15 years and above are included to calculate literacy. In this average number of years of schooling and life expectancy, number of years of schooling are considered, and the gap between these two numbers is taken to derive the value of literacy. The higher standard of knowledge given the social progress. और third determinant है good standard of living. To measure the standard of living, per capita income in dollars is considered on the basis of purchasing power parity (PPP). Per capita income is measured. Good standard of living depends upon income. For this, income index is obtained by using per capita income. तो अब आते हैं हम क्वेश्चन नंबर 50 पर. क्वेश्चन नंबर 50 है हमारा डिस्कस हेल्थ रिलेटेड इंडिकेटर्स ऑफ पॉवर्टी. अब हमें बात करनी है हेल्थ रिलेटेड इंडिकेटर्स ऑफ पॉवर्टी की. तो हेल्थ रिलेटेड इंडिकेटर्स ऑफ पॉवर्टी आर एज फॉलो. तो पहला इंडिकेटर है लाइफ एक्सपेक्टेंसी एंड इन्फेंट मोर्टालिटी रेट. द एवरेज लाइफ एक्सपेक्टेंसी ऑफ अ पीपल इन अ कंट्री इज बेस्ड ऑन न्यूट्रिटिव फूड, cleanliness, pure drinking water and health service. Poor people are deprived of such facilities, so they have low life expectancy. The rate of infant mortality depends on availability of health services, mothers' education, vaccination and nutrition of food. It is also an indicator of poverty in respect to the poor health services. In 2040, the life expectancy was 68 years in India, which is very less than China and Sri Lanka. In case of infant mortality rate in India, it was 39 in 2014, which is very high compared to the other countries. Second, हमारा second indicator है medical facility. The service of a doctor, nurses or compounders etc. are included in medical facility. India, as compared to the other countries, lack of medical services. In developing countries, people get less medical services due to not getting complete nutritive food. Poor people often suffering from the various diseases as their immunity is low. Thus, lack of medical services result is more poverty. In developing country, for every 6,000 people, only one doctor is available, whereas in developed country of every 350 people services by one doctor is available. Thus, insufficient services of doctor result in more poverty. Drinking water. Health of a population is highly connected to pure drinking water facility. In India, only 63.3% families get pure drinking water through treated source. In the absence of pure drinking water, polluted water increase the change of having waterborne disease, and hence the problem of poverty become more severe. Fourth indicator is provisions of toilet. According to the census report 2011, in India 70% of the population in village lives in the slum. They got for toilet in common toilet. In India 66% houses have total facility of toilets with housing. Lack of cleanliness, population, pollution and physical weakness keeps the production and productivity at lower level, which is one of the indicator of poverty. तो अब हम आते हैं क्वेश्चन नंबर 51 पर. क्वेश्चन नंबर 51 हमारा है क्वेश्चन नंबर 51 है एक्सप्लेन एनी 3 स्कीम इंट्रोड्यूस टू सॉल्व द प्रॉब्लम ऑफ अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट इन इंडिया. तो स्कीम्स स्टार्ट करते हैं फ्रॉम 5th 5-year प्लान. वेरियस एम्प्लॉयमेंट ओरिएंटेड स्कीम्स वेर स्टार्टेड टू सॉल्व द प्रॉब्लम ऑफ अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट. अमॉन्ग एम्प्लॉयमेंट ओरिएंटेड स्कीम, सम स्कीम वेर फर्स्ट इंटीग्रेटेड रूरल डेवलपमेंट प्रोग्राम IRDP, फूड अगेंस्ट वर्क, जवाहर रोजगार योजना, सुवर्ण जयंती ग्राम स्वरोजगार योजना और सुवर्ण जयंती शहर रोजगार योजना. ट्रेनिंग टू रूरल यूथ ऑफ द सेल्फ एम्प्लॉयमेंट, महात्मा गांधी नेशनल रूरल एम्प्लॉयमेंट गारंटी एक्ट मतलब मनरेगा, स्किल्स डेवलपमेंट प्रोग्राम, स्किल इंडिया, मेक इन इंडिया और मुद्रा एटसेट्रा. MG नरेगा, इसको MG नरेगा बोलेंगे. अमॉन्ग द above employment oriented schemes, some of these are following. तो इसमें कोई भी 3 ही एक्सप्लेन करना है, तो हम पंडित दीनदयाल उपाध्याय श्रमण जयंती योजना से स्टार्ट करते हैं. तो दिस स्कीम वॉज स्टार्टेड ऑन 16th October 2014. द ऑब्जेक्टिव ऑफ दिस स्कीम वेर टू प्रोवाइड हेल्थ एंड सिक्योरिटी अलॉन्ग विथ गुड मैनेजमेंट, स्किल डेवलपमेंट एंड वेलफेयर ऑफ द लेबर ऑफ अनऑर्गेनाइज्ड सेक्टर, to develop conductive environment for the industrial development. सेकेंड मतलब इसमें थर्ड है लेकिन हमारी तरफ से तो सेकेंड है. दीनदयाल उपाध्याय ग्राम ज्योति योजना. दिस योजना was started instead of earlier rural electrification program. The objective of this yojana is to provide constant 24/7 electricity service in rural areas. फिर दीनदयाल उपाध्याय ग्रामीण कौशल्या योजना. This yojana was started on 25th September 2014. The main objective of this yojana was provide employment to youth age group of 18 to 35 years. तो अब हम आते हैं क्वेश्चन नंबर 52 पर. क्वेश्चन नंबर 52. क्वेश्चन नंबर 52 है हमारा डिस्कस द इकोनॉमिक कॉज फॉर हाई बर्थ रेट ऑफ इंडिया. तो हाई बर्थ रेट के कॉजेस पढ़ने हैं हमें. इन इंडिया फ्रॉम द figure of birth rate, it can be said that as compared to 1951 birth rate has been reduced in 18.1 in 2000 11 and it become 21.8. So during 60 years span, birth rate is reduced at a slower rate. In India, the fall in birth rate is much lower than the death rate. In India, causes of high birth rate can be classified under 3 heads. First, social factor, economic factor और other factor. तो हम आते हैं, हमें इकोनॉमिक फैक्टर्स डिस्कस करने, तो हम इकोनॉमिक फैक्टर्स पर आते हैं. तो इकोनॉमिक फैक्टर में पहला पॉइंट है लो लेवल ऑफ एजुकेशन. देयर इज क्लोज रिलेशनशिप बिटवीन फीमेल एजुकेशन एंड हायर बर्थ रेट. Inadequate education makes it difficult to understand the need for small family, and so family size tends to become larger. It has been found that as compared to illiteracy women, the educated woman gives birth to less number of child. Thus it can be said that birth rate is higher because of illiteracy and low education. Second, low level of income. The birth of a child is considered to be an asset rather than a burden. It is commonly said that more the merrier. It is expected that a child also contributes in the income of the family in future. Third, high infant mortality rate. Out of every 1,000 child born in a given year, the number of child death before 1 year of age is called infant mortality rate. In India, because of poverty, less care is given to girl child. Lack of nutritive food, frequently abortions among women, inadequate medical facility, less gap between two child, etc. The death of child are more, and hence there is a high tendency to give more birth, which has result to high birth rate. अब हम आते हैं क्वेश्चन नंबर 53 पर. क्वेश्चन नंबर 53 है हमारा, क्या है? एक्सप्लेन द टाइप ऑफ क्रॉप इन एग्रीकल्चर सेक्टर विथ एन अप्रोप्रिएट एग्जाम्पल. टाइप्स ऑफ क्रॉप बताने हैं हमें एग्रीकल्चर सेक्टर के. तो agriculture is basic support of the world's population. Agriculture has contributed improvement life of people in India also. Agriculture sector produces two type of crops, food grains and cash crops. All the girls are included in food grains due to production of two food grains in India self-sufficient. Cash crop are cotton, jute, groundnut, oilseed, sugarcane, etc. are all used as a raw material. Food item are mainly includes in food grain crop, and this have slowly rise in production. आप लोग टेंशन मत लीजिए, स्क्रीनशॉट लेने के लिए मैं बाद में टाइम है, लास्ट में हम लोग स्क्रीनशॉट ले लेना आप लोग, मैं रुकूंगी. अब आते हैं क्वेश्चन नंबर 54 पर. क्वेश्चन नंबर 54 है, elucidate the difference between balance of trade and balance of payment. अभी हमें डिफरेंस बिटवीन करना है. हाँ, तो सबसे पहले आता है बैलेंस ऑफ ट्रेड पर. इन बैलेंस ऑफ ट्रेड द वैल्यू ऑफ एक्सपोर्ट ऑफ ओनली टेंजिबल गुड्स इज रिकॉर्डेड. और वहीं बैलेंस ऑफ पेमेंट्स पर, इन बैलेंस ऑफ पेमेंट रिसिप्ट एंड पेमेंट्स ऑफ टेंजिबल गुड्स एज वेल एज इनटेंजिबल गुड्स सच एज इंश्योरेंस, बैंकिंग, ट्रांसपोर्टेशन एक्सेट्रा एंड मनी आर रिकॉर्डेड. सेकेंड पॉइंट है हमारे, in balance of trade all financial transaction which with other countries are not recorded. Or in balance of payment all financial transaction, bonds, share, gold, capital loan etc. are recorded. Third point, Perfect knowledge regarding the economy transaction of a country with foreign country cannot be obtained by the balance trade. और यहाँ पे perfect and complete knowledge regarding the economic transaction of a country with foreign countries can be obtained in the balance of payment. Fourth point is balance of trade is a part of the balance of payment. Or the balance of payment involves two type account, current account and capital account, which is the balance sheet of all economic transaction of a country with rest of the country of the world. Fifth, in the balance of trade, defect or surplus is shown as it emerged. In the balance of payment, at the end requires amount is added or receipt or payment side are made equal. Sixth, the balance of trade cannot provide a correct and reliable picture of foreign trade. यहाँ पर the balance of payment can be helpful in providing a correct and reliable picture of foreign trade. अब हम लोग आते हैं क्वेश्चन नंबर 55 पर. क्वेश्चन नंबर 55 है हमारा, राइट अ शॉर्ट नोट ऑन इंडिया शेयर इन ग्लोबल ट्रेड. अब हमें इंडिया शेयर इन ग्लोबल ट्रेड एक्सप्लेन करना है. यह आंसर ज़्यादा बड़ा तो नहीं है, लेकिन इसमें अगर नंबर्स लिखेंगे तो ये और अच्छे से एक्सप्लेन होगा. तो इंडिया शेयर इन वर्ल्ड ट्रेड हैज़ रिमेन लो कंसिडरेशन दैट द साइज and growth of world trade. However, as a developing nation, India plays an important role in the direction of world trade. India's own export have grown significantly and exports are rising significantly as a percentage of GDP. Through India's exports are also risen significantly, the growth rate of import has been higher than the growth rate of exports. Imports also constitute a greater percentage of GDP than export. India is able to improve more because the rising pace of growth and development have increased the demand for importers and the ability to import. India is able to export more because it is now able to produce better as a desirable ability of good at a competitive price and is able to greater more exporter surplus. Shares of India's total trade in world 2014 to 15 was about 2.07. अब यहाँ पे फाइनेंशियल ईयर दिया है हमें, ये फाइनेंशियल ईयर है हमारे शेयर्स ऑफ ग्लोबल एक्सपोर्ट्स के, और वहाँ पर रैंक दिए हैं. तो पहले 2005 में हमारे शेयर कितने थे ग्लोब के 0.9, और वहीं हमारा रैंक था 29. 2010 में 1.5 थे जो कि 19th रैंक पर आया. फिर 2012 पे 1.6 हुआ हमारा शेयर और वो उसका भी 19th रैंक था. 2013 में भी 1.7 19 रैंक, 2014 में 1.7 विथ 19 रैंक. ये नंबर्स याद करना इम्पॉर्टेंट है, अगर लिखोगे तो अच्छे मार्क्स मिलेंगे. अब आते हैं क्वेश्चन नंबर 56 जो कि हमारा आज का लास्ट क्वेश्चन है. तो क्वेश्चन नंबर 56 जो है क्या है, डिस्कस द स्टेप्स ऑफ गवर्नमेंट टू डेवलप इंडस्ट्रीज. ये क्वेश्चन मार्च 2022 के पेपर में भी आ चुका है, तो इट्स इम्पॉर्टेंट. डिस्कस द स्टेप्स ऑफ गवर्नमेंट टू डेवलप इंडस्ट्रीज. कौन से स्टेप्स लिए हैं गवर्नमेंट ने हमारी इंडस्ट्रीज़ को डेवलप करने के लिए, वो डिस्कस करेंगे. तो द मेजर The measures taken by government to develop industry are as follow. तो first है state owned enterprise. Government set up basic and key industries for industrial development of nation. These industries are very useful to other industries. Therefore, government runs such industry with higher risk. These industries are very important for development of industries. Second, encouragement to private sector industry. To start and to run private sector industry, government provides various facilities of help like land at concession rate, electricity, water, tax benefits, etc. Also cheap and encourage finance is provided by the government. By providing help to private sector, government tries to make them competitive. Also, government gives entry to private sector in the reserved sector to have enough opportunity to grow. Third है import traffic. To protect local industry in to protect the local industries in international competition, government fixed up such an import traffic so that foreign product become expensive and domestic products become cheaper. Therefore, domestic product may become competitive to foreign product and protected. Fourth, technical skills and training. Government provide technical and professional training to domestic industry to sustain a competition in this period of liberalization and globalization. They are trained about new technology prevailing in the world, new type of goods selling techniques, administration, etc. The purpose is to make domestic industries as strong as possible. Fifth है economic support. Government provide various economic help to industry to make them efficient and to reduce their production cost, which enable them to sell their products in international market and maximize its demand. Sixth है infrastructure facility. To develop industries, basic infrastructure facilities like road, water, electricity, bank, insurance, sewage and many more are provided by government. Therefore, industry can keep their cost under control and can save their money, time and efforts and become competent to run industry. Seventh है setting up various institutes and policies. To help industries, government makes various industries policies and make necessary changes in them. Government creates systems so that its import policy, export policy, monetary policy, fiscal policy, tax policy, etc. remain favorable to industries. Government also tries to draft different laws like Industrial Act, Company Act, Competition Act, etc. to prevail unfair competition. To provide financial help to industry, government also create institutions like IDBI, SIDBI, ICICI, IFCI, LIC और GIC. Thus, government provides help and protection from all aspects to create sustained environment for development of industry. अब मैं आंसर्स दिखा रही हूँ, आप लोगों को स्क्रीनशॉट लेने हो तो ले लो, मैं वेट करूँगी. हाँ, तो ये हमारा पहला क्वेश्चन का आंसर है. सॉरी, तो यहाँ से आंसर चालू हो रहा है, आप लोग ले सकते हो स्क्रीनशॉट। वो आधा था और ये उसके बाद का है, ठीक है। तो और ये क्वेश्चन नंबर 48, फिजिकल क्वालिटी ऑफ लाइफ के बारे में बताना था। इसमें आप जितना चाहो लिख सकते हो, लेकिन क्योंकि 3 मार्क्स का क्वेश्चन है तो कम से कम 2 पेज या 1-1.5 पेज तो भर के लिखने ही पड़ेंगे। तो आप लोग ले लो ऐसे स्क्रीनशॉट। उसके आगे भी है, अब ये हमारा क्वेश्चन नंबर 49 का आंसर है, जो जिसमें हमें डिटर्मिनेंट्स बताने थे। हाँ, डिटर्मिनेंट्स ऑफ ह्यूमन डेवलपमेंट इंडेक्स का, उसके ये दो उसका आधा ये 3 डिटर्मिनेंट्स हैं उसके, तो बस ये 3 ही लिखने हैं उसमें, हमें ज़्यादा नहीं करना है। फिर उसके बाद क्वेश्चन नंबर 50 नंबर का क्वेश्चन था, जिसमें हमें बताना था कि हेल्थ रिलेटेड इंडिकेटर्स कौन से हैं। तो ये हेल्थ रिलेटेड इंडिकेटर्स हैं हमारे, लाइफ एक्सपेक्टेंसी, ये सब आप स्क्रीनशॉट ले लीजिए। ये उसके आगे का। अब क्वेश्चन नंबर 51 का आंसर ये है, स्कीम्स वाला। इसमें हमें 3 ही एक्सप्लेन करने को बोले थे, इसलिए हमने 3 ही किए। ये महात्मा गांधी वाला आगे किसी क्वेश्चन में है, इसलिए फ़ोटो में नहीं आ पाया। अब क्वेश्चन नंबर 52 का आंसर है ये, हाई बर्थ रेट वाला। और ये 53 का आंसर है, सिर्फ इतना सा ही है। अब आ जाते हैं क्वेश्चन नंबर 54 के आंसर पर। ये क्वेश्चन नंबर 54 का आंसर है, ये डिफरेंस बिटवीन है। और ये है क्वेश्चन नंबर 55 का आंसर, ग्लोबल ट्रेड के बारे में लिखना है। और ये क्वेश्चन नंबर 56 जो कि हमारा लास्ट क्वेश्चन है आज, सेक्शन डी का लास्ट क्वेश्चन। इसे मैं ऐसे ही रखती हूँ, आप स्क्रीनशॉट ले लीजिएगा। सेक्शन डी में हमें बोले गए हैं कि हमें सिर्फ कोई भी एनी 7 क्वेश्चंस लिखने हैं, और यहाँ पे टोटल 10 क्वेश्चंस दिए हैं, इसमें से आप कोई भी 7 पक्के करके कर सकते हैं। थैंक यू। दिस इज सिग्मा इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ एक्सीलेंस।